Hi, I'm Bob. We have learned the consumer theory in the past 5 chapters. We use utility maximization, indifference curves, and budget constraints to analyze consumer behavior. Today, we will turn to the activity of the firms, the producer theory. Chapter 6 is about firms and production. The first part is the ownership and management of firms. Let's solve exercise 1.1. Are firms with limited liability likely to be larger than other firms? Why? Yes, firms with limited liability for the firm's debts are likely larger than those with personal liability. The personal assets of corporate owners cannot be taken away to pay a corporation's debts, even if it goes into bankruptcy, under limited liability. It encourages people to invest in firms so that firms can raise funds and grow significantly. Let's solve exercise 1.2. What types of firms would not normally maximize profit? Firms in the public or non-profit sector pursue social or public interest objectives. Some of them are government-owned. They are not intended to earn a profit. Let's find answers to exercise 1.3. What types of organizations allow owners of a firm to obtain the advantages of limited liability? Corporations allow shareholders to obtain the advantages of limited liability. They have limited liability. The personal assets of corporate owners cannot be taken to pay the corporation's debts, even if the firm goes into bankruptcy. The most that shareholders can lose is the amount they paid for their stock. Let's jump to exercise 2.1. With respect to production functions, how long is the short run? In the short run, at least one of the inputs is fixed. That is the difference between the short run and the long run. In the long run, all inputs are variable. Let's solve exercise 2.2. Consider Boeing, General Mills, and Wacky Jacks. For which of these firms is the short run the longest period of time? For which is the long run the shortest? Explain. In the short run, at least one factor of production cannot be varied practically. In the long run, all inputs can be varied. Boeing, an aircraft manufacturing company, uses trained and skilled workers, advanced machines, and big plants as inputs. The period of time in which at least one input is fixed should be longer than the other two firms. It has the longest short run. Wacky Jack's primary inputs are labor and small workshops, which can be easily adjusted. It has the shortest long run. Let's go to exercise 2.3. Suppose that for the production function, Q equals FLK, if L equals 3 and K equals 5, then Q equals 10. Is it possible that L equals 3 and K equals 6 also produce Q equals 10 for this production function? Why or why not? The production function Q is a function of labor L and capital K. If labor equals 3 and capital equals 5, then output Q equals 10. It's possible the output remains the same as the capital input increases while holding constant the labor input. For example, if one worker can only operate one machine, then an additional machine cannot increase the output. However, the production function includes efficient production processes only. The combination of labor of 3 and capital of 6 is not included in the production function because it is not the efficient level of inputs to produce 10 units of output. Labor equals 3 and capital equals 5 is the efficient combination of input. The key here is the definition of production function. It is the relationship between the quantities of inputs used and the maximum quantity of output that can be produced, given current knowledge about technology and organization. The production function shows only the maximum amount of output that can be produced from given levels of labor and capital. It is equivalent to saying that the production function shows only the minimum levels of labor and capital that can be used to produce a given level of output, holding technology and organization constant. Thank you for doing the exercises with me today. See you tomorrow for more exercises. Goodbye. Thank you for watching this video and subscribing to my YouTube channel. See you next time.